So tenants can now turn a landlord's property into an Airbnb without permission. This is what's going to happen with the Renters' Right Bill. Unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last few years, burying your head in the sand, the Renters' Rights Bill is going to completely change the way the rental market operates. No more Section 21, no fault evictions, fixed term tenancies gone. And now they're talking about the creation of an ombudsman to oversee landlords. So if you are a landlord, this video isn't necessarily to cause you panic, but to help you prepare for the changes that are about to happen. So in this video, I want to break down exactly what's changing, when is it happening, and what you need to do or what you need to put in place right now to make sure that you are compliant and prepared. So the Renters' Right Bill has passed Parliament and now it's waiting for royal assent, which effectively means it's going to become law very soon. So it's no longer speculation. So I say brace for impact. God, I've always wanted to do that on a video. Brace for impact. I don't know why I think I'm funny. I'm the only person that thinks I'm funny. But landlords genuinely brace for impact. So I'm going to break down some of the changes. So number one, we're going to see the end of Section 21 eviction. So you will no longer be able to remove a tenant without giving a specific reason. Instead, you'll have to rely on Section 8 grounds. And that's things like rent arrears, antisocial behavior, or if you're planning to sell the property. What this really means is you're going to need to be extremely more organized than previously. You're going to need to make sure you keep on records or documentation and make sure you have proper evidence when you are serving notice. One small mistake could backfire. Number two, and that's why I mentioned that a tenant can turn your property into an Airbnb now, because all tenancies will become periodic. So fixed term ASTs are gone. Every tenancy will be on a monthly rolling agreement. So it means tenants will have the flexibility to leave. So it means someone who's looking for short-term accommodation, where they would have booked a property on Airbnb and paid £3,000 or £4,000 or £5,000 for a couple of months, they can simply rent your property, and when they finish their short-term holiday period, they can give the property back and exit property. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's navigated. This is important for you to understand because it means you will have to have a deeper look, a serious look at maybe some of your mortgage arrangements, because banks are definitely going to have a say. How are banks protected? Because banks usually will lend on an investment or buy-to-let mortgage on the strength on your ability to generate rent, which covers the mortgage. So it's going to be interesting, but you're going to need to have a look at your contracts, your agreements, but more importantly, you're going to really need to consider your cash flow position, because a tenant could leave at any time. Number three, a new landlord ombudsman. Every landlord will need to join an ombudsman scheme, and that ombudsman scheme will handle tenant complaints, landlord issues, so that it doesn't go to court. So freeing up the courts. I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing. If you're a good landlord, if you're a fair landlord, I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. My biggest contention is the end of periodic tenancies. Number four, tenants will have the rights to request pets, and you as a landlord cannot unreasonably refuse. Number five, no more bidding wars. And number six, there's going to be a limit on rent increases. I think it's important to state this. All of this is not going to happen at once. It's going to be staggered, and the government is planning to publish an official rollout plan very soon, and I'll keep you updated on that. But things like ending Section 21 and periodic tenancies are 100% going to happen. So what are the four things that you need to do right now? Review your current tenancies. Check your tenancy agreements, which ones need updating, which one will need to be moved into periodic tenancies. Number two, update your eviction strategy, which means you need to get a better understanding of Section 8. But more importantly, if you're currently running your property business yourself, you might want to enlist the help of an estate agent who has a better understanding of how these things will come into place. Number three, make sure you prepare to register with the Ombudsman. Get familiar with it, get comfortable with it. It's going to happen. And most importantly, get educated. Keep learning. Make sure you tune in and feel free to ask me questions in the comment section below. I hope you get some value from this. I'd love to hear your thoughts.